My name is Emma Newman and I am the Chief Revenue Officer, CRO, for PubMatic for EMEA, which in a nutshell means that I basically am responsible for running the EMEA business for PubMatic. And PubMatic is a digital advertising technology platform. And what that translates into is that we provide a platform for independent app developers and premium publishers to monetize and control actually the monetization of their digital assets. So I think from if you start to think about the quality of the in-app environment and how it's evolved, I think first and foremost, there's still a legacy perception around in-app. Everything from, is it brand safe? How do I measure it? Do I buy it as how do I buy it as a branding medium versus a performance medium? And I think for people who are living and breathing this every day, those challenges have pretty much been overcome. I don't think we talk enough about that. But one of the ways that brands are sort of getting around that, if you like, is the adoption of buying in-app traffic via programmatic direct, so PMPs. And I think that brands have felt that by buying in-app through a PMP, that sort of helps mitigate some of the alleged risk. So I think that perception, that has helped with the quality perception, and we are definitely seeing an uptick of advertisers buying in-app through PMP. I think something like 67 to 68% of all in-app media plans go through programmatic direct now. So I think the perception is changing. I think it's slow, but I think it will increase because there's a vested interest in the industry to make sure that in-app is perceived as a quality environment, because that ultimately is where the audience is. And we are definitely seeing a shift from it just being a pure performance medium and brands wanting to put branding budget into the in-app environment. And in order to gain branding budget, we have to, address some of these perceptions. So I think from an ads.txt perspective, and more recently app-ads.txt, and all the other things that are coming down the pipe, like sellers.json, for example, we are big believers in this. So, we are very focused on ensuring that anybody that buys inventory through our platform can be confident and comfortable that they are buying legitimate inventory, that we have the right to sell that inventory to them. And actually with the evolution of sellers.json, it even almost takes it one stage further, that not only do we have the right to sell it, but actually we're selling stuff that's almost direct, so reducing the number of hops. So we've been very vocal about that. I think that we are very supportive of that. I think that it's good for the industry. I think it's good for our publishers. I think it's good for buyers. I think it will bring trust back into the industry. And talking about the in-app environment specifically, that's been one of the bigger challenges, as I referenced earlier. There's a sort of a perception of quality, there's a lack of trust, and initiatives such as this can only be a good thing. We've been vocal externally about how we support it, but actually I think really importantly, we've been very supportive of our publishers. So we've been very proactive, working with our publishers, making sure they're aware of what's required, giving them account management support so that they can actually implement what's required, so that when things come into force, they're impacted as little as possible. So long story short, it's a good thing and we're behind it.